Yeah, we're recording now, but all good. It's not like that. It's not like that. Now we're gonna kind of go. Oh, it couldn't be better. It could not be better. All right, it's listed off.
Bro,
Hold on, bro. Hold on, man. Um, 3160. Yep, that's my crib. That's my crib. Let me see if I can find on Prop Stream what the listing looks like because we have photos.
mm,
No, they don't have them up anymore. So that's so great. So great. Let me see if I can find a listing, an old listing. Sometimes I leave old ones up because I haven't gotten rid of all of them. Let's see if we can.
yeah.
We might. It looks like they left. Damn. No.
Can
Uh,
you see like check like the history? Um, listen. Usually on Zillow they have that.
yeah,
But
sometimes they have to.
scroll down. It shows 432. Yeah, yeah. It should be. Yeah.
It shows that the listing was removed, but it's not showing the listing, right? So
Oh, the actual price. Okay.
yeah, let's see. I'm gonna give it a couple more goes to see if I can find it. There's one for 445. It's not there. Um, let's see. Not listed. 437. 473 estimated value. Fuck. So crazy. All right. In transparency, this is a crazy deal. I don't know if I have pictures anymore. But I know the realtor at one point got me pictures of this thing. I don't need to jump in. Yeah, yeah, I'll do it. All right. All right. Let's see if Google does it. Well, that is the outside of the house, the back,
Wow.
even to give scope at like what this looks like. Um,
Mm.
yeah, I think this is it too. Yeah, this is us.
Mm.
This is us. This is it. This is it. All right, so that's a I will leave this as a like a tip that we all just found together because I had never done that before. These are images of the listing, and because fucking Google is the massive power that it is, you can't get rid of everything, right? That's the inside of
Yeah.
the house. That's the inside of the house. That's the inside of the house. These other things, it looks like a bunch of the other pictures are gone, but wow. So long story short, on this deal. See that estimated value of 542, right? The other estimated value is 470 something, right? Last year, estimated value 487. This
So
neighbor,
just a quick one. When you say estimated value, is this the same as the ARV or
uh,
potential?
so there's a couple like I'll give you a couple of these. There's ARV, which is after repair value, and then you have the
Mm.
estimated value, which is like what does it cost today? What is it worth right
Okay.
now, right?
Okay.
And so as the acquisitions people, as people doing the work on the projects, we have to be the ones to say what is our today price? What is it worth right now?
Right
Right.
now. Okay.
And because that's the conversation that we're going to have with our buyers at the end of the day.
Mm.
So in this, I just want to go through the neighborhood so we understand pricing, right? And this is us going through one property. This is not me going through my workflow, but this is my workflow for going and analyzing a property, just so we're all on board for that, right? So I'm gonna go in prop stream, and you could use any platform to use, but I'm gonna go to sale amount, right? Now, the property next door, the property next door to our subject property, this is property number one right here.
Okay.
Sold 2026,
Mm.
March 8/19. Okay. That's 2x my fucking sales price. This was my one thing. All right.
That's four bedrooms, three bath. What's the square footage?
So this one before three, 3,800 square feet, and it probably doesn't even have a pool. We are 4,200 square feet, a pool, and 700 more square feet worth of lot.
So we should get more, right? Than the 800, right?
I
Because it
mean,
ain't a pool there, right?
we can't like say for sure. Should we?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. If I'm talking about pricing to somebody who's actually buying this house, yeah, my realtor, whoever it is, me, I'm gonna try to justify a few more dollars based on us having a pool, whether that's unique to the neighborhood or not. Yeah, I'm gonna justify a few more dollars because yeah, we got one of the biggest houses in the neighborhood with a pool. Right. So other pricing in the same neighborhood. Again, we want to run through what is there. Number three in the neighborhood, well, number two and three are right here on the block. We're technically a corner lot because of the way that we fall on the corner, as you can see right here. Right. So we got 2025, 606, 2024, 591. Right. And if I just go to 2026 sales, right, 367 Apple Valley, that is
That was like four bedroom, two bath.
mm, significantly smaller. Significantly smaller.
Yeah.
All right, we're 2,900 square feet, 4,2, 4,000 square feet smaller lot. And this one probably is probably not a pool here. Right. So I'm not even arguing that price. That is okay. And it looks like a flip. Like that was the picture that was there last. So if this got bought for 367, I think we're okay to do what we're doing for 400 even. Given biggest house in the neighborhood and a pool. There's a 351 here. There's a 493, which is probably an actual in buyer sale. Uh, and then we're going to get back further and further into years. But as you can see, like the flips that people are buying at like the ridiculous prices, again, significantly small. It's 1,000 less square feet. This is damn near half the size.
Yeah.
So 40,000 less, 60,000 less the hour price that we're actually going under contract at. I don't think we're doing anything crazy. And I good and well could, it could be an assignment for 410, but this is close at the end of the day. This is a really nice flip. I think at like
Yeah.
with the margin that's actually here, like yes, it's probably going to take some time. Biggest house in the neighborhood, the price that's like the actual price tag on it, not going to be cheap. It is above 600, easy. Right. That's what we're justifying today. Will it be eight something? I don't even need that number to be realistic. It can be low
Okay.
seven, and I can still be happy with the margin that's on this house. These spend if we go and look at this, um, I'm gonna say the rent on this house, like I'm saying at least 100,000, right? So raise the PP meaning purchase price 400,000, $100,000 rent up,
Yeah. Okay.
500K all in.
Okay.
Right? And the original list that we fought from was for 455, I believe, from 475 and then 455. That's what I caught it at.
Oh, I have a question, right? How would you
Yeah.
know the purchase price? Like, how would you know? Like, you have the property on the market, before you call in the listing agent, how would you determine the purchase price? Because I watched the videos and I think we're using like, 70% or 74%
Mhm.
ARV and minus repairs. And we also had one that you use an equation where there's an X, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So in this, and I'm going to throw a third equation into the bunch because it's pretty important that we just rock with this. And it may be simpler for some people too.
Okay.
So one thing that you could be doing is taking the taking 25,000 off of the list price immediately, right?
Okay.
That's just start there. That's a built margin for us, right?
Okay.
In this case, we could have we can analyze this deal real quick for what could have happened. And this is on wholesale deals for mostly, so they were listed at 469. Let's call it 450 for again what I call it at.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking off 25,000 immediately. And then this is BCAP margin. All right. So now we're 425. The same for that one. There we go. So
I have a question after this too.
for sure. Do you want to ask it now? So if just in case for you.
Yeah, like the 500,000. Where'd you get that from?
This is my all-in number,
Okay,
right? Just these two. My purchase price
gotcha.
plus my $100,000 right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're at 425. Then ideally, right, there's uh there's the renovation cost that could come off of this, right? The renovation is going to be built in your kind of end number, but just for a simplified equation, you're going to go 25,000 off from the purchase price, and then we're going to do a what should be on a wholesale deal at your assignment. All right. On average, hang on a second, look through this. Just just did this on like 4 deals. So I think I'm going to call this your assignment. I think I'm baking the 25,000 into that. Um, all right. So on 425, got the required buyer margin. So this isn't for us. This is for the buyer. So ideally, if we're doing on market deals, right? So when we go back and you're trying to wholesale on market deal, one of the first things gonna
Mm-hmm.
happen is, I saw this deal, I saw this price, it was listed at this price. If we're not at least getting a decent gap on the deal, it's gonna be difficult for us to sell it, right? And not just difficult for us to sell it, but there won't be much margin for you to be able to make money. So just in order for that buyer to mentally not see, okay, this on market deal is not a good price, you got to knock 25,000 off of the actual price.
Okay.
Now, the next thing we would do is taking off the actual repair costs and the repair value of this. And this instance is going to be pretty ridiculous to go there, but let's say for the sake of this experiment, we're also saying another 100,000 off. And
Mm-hmm.
again, I guess in this case, I could be going a little bit less on the buyer margin to say, hey, it's not like we don't need a huge buyer margin on something with such a large ARV.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be way easier on deals that are like If I think of a smaller example of a deal, it would make a lot more sense just simply because I'm probably not renovating for 100,000. I'm renovating for like 24, 25,000. Right.
Okay.
So I'll take a $25,000 buyer margin, a $20,000 actual cost on the renovation, and then what looks like just a five to an $8,000 to $12,000 assignment fee on that deal, right? That's you saying from the list price initially, you only got
Mhm.
$65,000 off the list price. It sounds ridiculous, but it's not when you actually get down to it, right?
So you
So,
take 25, 25, and that would be like 50.
well, here's I'm gonna share it so we kind of it's gonna take off. Faster. The screen's not sharing anymore, huh? Or can
I
you
can
guys
see
see
it. Can see the screen, yeah?
the? Okay, hold on one second. I need to share it to my iPad. I need to share it to. All right, so easier way to look at it. A deal that's listed at 250. You took 25,000 off. The estimated repairs on that deal were 30,000. So you took the 30,000 off. And then we had a $15,000 sign fee. So you took the deal that was 250. You said we're looking to sign it for 180. Right.
Oh, okay. So essentially, you're taking like 60K from it.
Precisely. I mean, like a little bit more, but that's all
60,
we
65,
right.
65K. Okay.
So we go under contract for 180. We're signed up for 195. Right. And that margin could change, right? That could be a $10,000 margin. You sign it for 185, and then you still sign it for 195,
Yeah.
right? A deal that was 250. And the only thing that happened here is we just, again, these are all different formulas to just help you simplify the process. Because this is easy. Let me be completely honest. The numbers, I try to justify the numbers to just about every buyer that I talk to. This is also a very simple equation to go by. Okay, we had our list price, we knocked 25 off, we took the repairs off, and then we
Yeah.
took our
Yeah. So basically, from the rent, we're gonna get 15,000.
that's the
Mm-hmm.
idea. That's the
Yeah.
idea. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and again, this can change, right? If I'm saying you started negotiating from 15,
Mm-hmm.
okay, can we do 12? Can we do 10? Can we do 8? Can we fucking do 5? And if we can't, we'll let this go, right? Because you
Yeah.
walk away all the way down. A lot of times when we plug a repair value, like a repair estimate, that repair estimate probably is not going to move because we're basing it off that end number, the ARV, at the end of the day, right? Because we're building the gap, we're building the margin, the space for them to make money, for all of us to make money, right? So yes, 250 going down to 180 is a house that was overpriced, and also we needed enough room to be able to renovate, right? And in the instance that I have in this other deal, my ARV's possibly I'm gonna call it 760 for where we're at right now. Right? That's my real number on that house that we just looked at. So if I give you the way that I ran numbers on this house, because you should take in the complex equations, they still will help you, right? 760 which is my ARV, just to get serious. Minus 100,000.
660,000.
All right. And this is my renovation.
So when we say 100K, are we looking at full guard renovation?
On that one, it's not about it being a full gut. It's about the fact that that needs to be the prettiest thing on the neighborhood in order to get that number,
Okay.
right? Because for me, there's one thing about this house that I could share with everyone on my team, and I could share with the realtor on this one too. In an ideal world, I flip this house, I get the refi for this house, and when the last appraiser, the second one comes in, not the first one, but the second one comes in to actually justify the number on this house when everything is done, I want that brother to say this is worth damn near $1 million.
Mhm.
Because when I go to the bank and I've only spent 500,000, I've forced appreciated fucking $500,000 on this property.
Yeah, yeah,
If that is ends up being the case, that's what I want, right?
okay.
Because there's a very nice little check to be able to pull from, right? Immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, I want this equity out today because obviously it's there.
So I have a question here. So does the amount of, repair estimate or renovation estimates, do you have to consider the location of the property before you kind of imagine, the amount of work that needs to be done in terms of maybe renovation? Like, do you have to factor in the location? Where is it located? Is it like a good neighbor or like top tier?
That is very much something to look at, right? Because I'm not gonna
Okay.
say like this is Missouri City. We went and looked at the neighborhood, right? We went and saw okay, there's some $700,000, $800,000 houses, 500 values all over the place. But most of them are high. On that street, we got a bunch of close to $2 million homes, right? So each property, given the neighborhood, given the zip code, given exactly where it is, we're going to assess that micro market for what it is, right? Economically, we're never going to say, hey, this house is going to be worth ridiculous amount based on anything. Every scenario is different because it's truly it's economics. Like we say, it's real estate, real estate, real estate, economics, right? What is going to drive the price of this house? What is going to drive the price of this neighborhood, right? And sometimes the drivers of that neighborhood will be brand new things that we didn't necessarily see.
Mhm.
That's why on the onboarding videos, you heard me say like be an investigator, right? Because I want the realtors to tell me like things that most people wouldn't care about. Like if they tell me, oh, they just put a new highway, blah blah blah. For me, economically, that means commuters, people,
Yeah.
residents, value, right? Just build a
Mhm.
brand new mall. Value, Starbucks, value, right?
Okay.
If you give me things that I know drive dollars, okay, that's information that I can use to assess whether or not this property economically makes sense for our portfolio,
Yeah.
right? And even when I go and justify prices to the buyers, I'm like, okay, the reason that I feel like this is justifiable for you to buy at this price is all of these things,
Mm. Okay.
right? So
That makes sense.
on this one, so I'm gonna do 660 times my margin times 30%, right? Along calculator.
Okay, so yeah, reducing it by 30%.
Gives me 198, right? And I'm taking my 198 off of 660. So I'm gonna go and
Still
plug
be getting that
198.
price.
What is the 30% for? It's like the fees and repairs and stuff.
30% is the margin that this is a flip margin, right?
Okay, the flip margin. Okay, for the buyer, right? Buyer's
Mhm.
margin.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Because this is now we're at our real price now, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I can make a 30% margin after my renovation costs on the property, I'm doing something decent. That
Okay.
number, this may be 25%, it may be 22%, it may be like 20%.
Mm.
But 20% is getting kind of crazy, right? If we can't make 20% margin on the property, then we may not be in the right deal. All right.
Facts.
So here we are at 190, 198.
Mm.
All right. 660 minus 198. 462. We look good on this one, man. This is why I'm looking at this property right now. All right, so we hit 462 just fine. Now, minus the fee.
Yeah.
I could easily go 25,000 on this one. All right,
Yeah.
let's see what I'm at. 437. Now, technically, I would have said 437 is MAO.
Mm.
And that's the max offered allowed, right?
Real.
Mhm.
Now, imagine this is the margin math. Now, in comparison, what happens when we go? My ARV was 760 times 70%. We do the same thing. 760 times 0.7. Guess what? ARV minus repairs. We could do it. We could do it. This is another simple
Yeah.
equation.
Yeah.
532, right? We already know what the repairs are. So
Okay. Yeah. So okay.
minus 100K,
Mm.
432. How different is that?
Minus the fees.
Right? Yeah, right. Minus the fee. Minus the fee. 25,000.
Okay.
Right.
And the fee is always constant 25K, right?
Start negotiating from somewhere. 25 or 15,000. Right.
Mm.
So if you start negotiating from, I know that I could have made, and I say could have made because I could still wholesale this property. I
Okay.
think it's a beautiful viable property, and I may partner with someone, but this is a phenomenal viable property. As you can see, even when I did the 70% minus repairs, minus the $25,000 fee, which is crazy. Like I'm just saying, $25,000. Just think about a $25,000 check. That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Mm.
Like it's not about it being crazy on a deal. It's the fact that it's crazy in real life. I don't make any of this like unreasonable or act like this is easy or just like $25,000 in one snap is life changing money for 90% of the
Yeah.
population. Right?
So I'm
So
I'm thinking of, so let's say, right, after the renovations and everything, you want to list it back to the market, right?
mhm.
Thinking maybe you want to use like a realtor, and when once the realtors list the properties on the market, okay. So we are flipping it. So once we sell it, okay, okay. Unless we are buying and we are doing the renovations ourselves, that is where we need a realtor to list it back on the market, and that will come with at a fee, both buyer and sellers,
I'm
agent's fee.
actually never going to ask an agent to relist the property. I
Okay.
don't say never. I'm hardly ever going to ask an agent to relist the property. Unless it's
Okay.
about like building a deeper relationship with that agent. When I buy and flip this property and then go to relist it, I'm going to relist it myself.
Oh,
And not
okay.
as an agent, I'm just going to relist it for a flat fee with the service. I'm not going to pay an
Mm.
agent 3%. I'm just going to pay that flat fee of $150, $200 and let the work be done. Now,
That's
if an
nice.
agent wants to come and work as a buyer's agent to bring me a buyer, just like a wholesaler would, I would allow them to do that, of course, because they're going to pay you the 3%, not me.
Okay. So the buyer will pay their agent. Okay.
Right. So I'm saying, hey, You can write yourself in as a buyer's agent every day of the week. I won't stop you from doing it because they're going to pay you. I'm
Okay.
going to make the dollars regardless, right? And I paid a flat fee in order to get the property listed. So I'm happy, right? If it's about building a better relationship with the agent, like, hey, you did it. It's been a very short period of time. Like sometimes we close on the property, we don't do anything to it, and we relist it. Just that. In that case, I'm going to use the same agent. If I do very little, like I just paint, rip the floors up, and I relist it as another as a renovation project for another buyer, I'm going to use the same agent because it's just going to be easier to keep that piece going than to do it myself. It would be smarter to let that agent do the work on it. Anything else?
Uh,
Just
I think
questions.
I'm okay. Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah. I'm good.
Okay.
Maybe if you can share this Word file, this document and also the I think you have like a formula sheet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll share all the if there isn't a resources channel already, I'm going to share all of this within the resources channel so you guys have access to it.
Yeah. And I,
Um,
I still could not access the air table. I don't know what is wrong, but
Contact John one more time because he's straightened everything out we need to for you guys' logins. So worst case scenario, call him, ask him if you can do a huddle or like a Zoom call, and he should be happy to
yeah.
jump with you and get situated.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
because I need my email and my yeah, I need the email and my logins too. So I know what you're talking about.
so yeah, I'll get you. Make sure to remind me about that email. Uh, so just to run over this again, right? So we got 760 ARV,
Hmm.
took off 100,000,
Renovation.
100K worth of rental. That puts us at 660. Right.
Bias margin.
Right. Right. Because again, imagine this is 25%. Right. And I'll just put this was 30% flip margin. If I change this,
So you can always reduce the bias margin if you want to increase the maximum allowed the MAO, right?
if
Allowed.
if I want to if I'm having trouble negotiating price, again, this
Mm-hmm.
is for me, like you put your brains together for this, but if I am trying to justify price in any way, right? I could
Mm-hmm.
have bought for 437 on this math, right? On the 70% math, I could have bought for 407 technically and still made my $25,000 fee, right? I think that there needs to be like probably a little more room because I don't think that this sells for 430, right? I don't think that we go and we try to wholesale the deal for 430, even with the way that it's listed right now. So I also don't think that the margin is $7,000. We don't sell for 407, given that it's under contract for 400 now. But and then this deal, because it's so big, is a little bit more difficult to kind of give realistic numbers on, but it also kind of gives you insight on, hey, we did well on this deal because of this, right? Because 70% minus repairs arguably is a deal that's it. Like if you can give me that deal, if you can give me these numbers, they're always willing to buy it, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only instance here that will make a difference is if somebody says the RV isn't 760, then it's lower than this. I'll see. And I'll text Travis if I have a because we had a bunch of conversations on this property. I already had a GC walk this property. I got all the estimates on this thing. So yeah, this is a stupid deal.
I have a quick question.
What's up?
Uh, how could you get a GC to walk the property like in a different state?
I mean, I'm in Toronto. I got the GC to work with in Texas.
Say it again.
I said I'm in Toronto right now, and I got the GC to work this property in Texas.
Yeah, like how'd you do that? That's what I'm getting at.
If and I'm doing this so you can apply your brain. If you had 10 properties that were all in Chicago from where you are right now, Will, and somebody, one of the kids hung from the ceiling fan and ripped the ceiling fan out, are you going to go to Chicago to face it?
Got you.
Right? You're just going to call motherfuckers and say, hey, man, can you show up to the property and do this?
Yeah.
Do they charge like a fee to do
Who
the
wants your
walking?
money, no? If you're going to charge me a fee to go and walk the property and give me an estimate, we not working.
Okay.
It's just that simple. It's just that simple.
Okay.
And in this situation, the realtor got the GC for me.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, because she wants to sell it. I mean, I don't know if you said she or yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Travis. I didn't do no. I did very little work on this because I was like just getting smooth call, good relationship development. As a matter of fact, this property went under contract. I didn't get the financing that I wanted, so I let it go. And then he came
Mm,
back and said, "Can you do it if I can do it at 410?" And I said, "Well, if you can do it at 400, I'll look at it again."
mm,
Here we are from 460 to 400,
mm, mm.
right? So crazy deal just because if I go and get financing for this thing, I do it properly. I can set this up for anybody. This is a flip that anyone could do and be safe in, given how much margin there is to screw up, honestly.
Yeah. So one more question, right? So when it comes to funding for the projects, are you looking at maybe cash? Do you go in with cash or use like, maybe private lenders, hard money lenders? And if we are to go that route, then they will obviously, have some interest building there and some fees. And
I
if yes,
believe
then
in
how do
using
you fund?
financing. I believe
Okay.
in using financing that makes the most sense, right?
Mm,
Whether it's hard money, because at the end of the day, you could lend four different ways if you needed to, right? I could say, hey, I need a private money lender to secure the deal, and then I need a hard money lender to pay for the renovation on the deal, and then I'm going to go and refi with another lender, and then who knows? Maybe after my refi, I'm like, hey, I could find somebody, or I could use the funds money, or find somebody, yeah, a private money lender at the end of it to say, hey, I got a property that's worth $1 million. Would you, give me a loan worth backed up against my property? Who knows, right?
mm,
There's too many ways to go about it to say, hey, which one are we going to use? It's like which one are we going to use first? Because down the line, it may make sense to put this financing in place so that I cash flow more, or I refi out and use that cash to go do something else.
mm. So you factor in their fees and their interest, everything in the okay.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, like when I secure a deal, the first thing that I do is go shopping. I go shopping for money, truly. I say,
Oh, okay.
who is going to give me the best rate? Who is going to give who? Money is expensive, right?
Yeah.
So who is going to give me what I need for the least, the
Mm,
least, sometimes the least amount of hassle, sometimes the least amount of fees, sometimes the least amount of friction, whatever it is, I'm looking to get the best deal out of what I need for this deal
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm,
every time. Whether that's a private
Yeah.
money lender, traditional lender for 6 months, a hard money lender, whatever it is, it's deal to deal specific.
So you don't have to
Gotcha.
be pre-approved before going out there to get the deals. But once you get the deals, you go and do the shopping. Okay.
Yeah, that's what the due diligence period is for,
Mm,
right? That's what that whole contract period is for. What we do as a company, just to give you our insight, we lock up deals that make sense, right?
okay.
We
And
don't
we
run
don't exceed the contract for over 30 days, right?
No, I mean the only time we'll do that is if it's on land or multifamily,
Got you.
Oh, okay.
right? So we lock up a deal under contract. Our first goal, my initiative for every property that I send y'all will be to close on that property. I would love to build a portfolio and everywhere it economically makes sense for us to have properties and rentals, right?
Mhm.
The initiative first would be to close on that deal and for us to keep it. If we can't make sense of that, because we locked the
Mhm.
property up under contract at a good rate, the next goal would be to hand that property off to an investor that makes sense, right? Who does this deal make sense for now that it doesn't make sense for our company? And that's why the level of transparency to every realtor that you have is we're a company, sir, ma'am. And so,
Mhm.
yes, the initiative would be to close on this property and keep it. But if during this
Okay.
contract process in 15, 20, 35, 15 business days, we underwrite this property, we've had GCs walk in, my grandma even came by and she said, no, this ain't the one. I'm not going to
Mm.
close on this property, but that does not mean that we won't perform on the contract. We'll do what we got.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
We will communicate. And if we don't move forward at all, and we say, hey, we're going to let you guys go back to the MLS and do your thing, we will communicate with you through the whole process. I just terminated a deal in Florida just because the buyers that came onto that deal, James, you did an awesome job locking that deal up. The realtor that you work with, forgot her name, but awesome. Um, Margin was like 2 grand, 2,500. So I'm like, we could go through the hassle of doing that, but the buyer wasn't even quick to perform. So he wasn't sure either. But given he was, we would have just moved forward on that deal smoothly. We would have just performed on that deal the exact same way as if we were the ones closing on it. We just had a buyer in place.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
buy first. That's going to be the goal. If we can't do that, again, we go through all of the financing possible. There's a pro forma that I do on every property that gets put under contract. I'm looking at, okay, here's all the financing that I have access to. Here's the possibility of raising this money. Here's what it's going to cost me. Here's what we can make if I am to secure this financing. If none of that makes sense, on to the other buyers.
Yeah.
Right? And if it doesn't make sense for them in that time period, then we know, hey, it's just not a good deal. It's okay. Sometimes we'll go back to the drawing board and say, hey, I had all the conversations that I could about this property. Can we have it for $15,000 less? If we can't,
Mm.
okay, we let it go. If we can, we sign it for 15 less and we do what we do. That's it. That's it. Any other questions before I continue with this?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
Solid goes. So,
Yeah. So yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So let's say I went out there. I did all the negotiations and I got a property. Do I have like a commission? How is the arrangement?
yeah, of course you make a commission, brother. So you make 30% on your first 10,000 assignments,
Okay.
and then everything after that, you go down to 22% until you close a certain amount. I haven't looked at that document in a while. Um, but essentially you get 30%, so you make a decent amount on your first few deals, you get the hang of things.
That's right. Okay.
Right. And then after this, if you get your 10,000 assignments, you do well, then you go down to 22% because you are no longer
22%.
brand new, right?
Mm.
At that 22% mark, I think your goal is to close on 100,000 in fees. So like let's say your fee is $40,000, you would still make 22% of that 40,000, but that would have totaled, $40,000 in assignments that you made. and you do another
Mm,
20 on two or three, four deals. You get up to 100,000, then you get bumped up to the next percentage tile.
okay.
But I could share the doc with you. I don't know if you got that, Benjamin, but there's an onboarding doc that has all the acquisitions movements in it, and that will probably be helpful for you. And then a lot of things are on market correction right now. That is another thing to take in. So I would say that that property that you just looked at could be definitely different, like this one. Maybe I am closer to this in price. Um, and we come down to like 375, 380. I don't know. But right now we're at 400, and I think that I'm happy with the pricing.
Wow.
This
It's
is why they want to price it at 600,000. Gonna see how big these properties are in Washington because Washington, everything on the East Coast, um,
mm,
everything on the East Coast has like these wild rules that will let you um, have these weird like they'll let you put two additional units on a property. Um, that doesn't. I mean, this one has 20,000 square feet. Geez.
oh, so you can put two additional unit. Okay.
More than likely, you put two additional units on these. And then I'll probably got some crazy property values here too. For your neighbors, man. Yeah, in some of these neighborhoods, like this is gonna be one. Oh, geez, 730, 950, 699. Yeah, oh, then this little area right here. 950 is crazy. 950 is
Mm,
nuts. Like
yeah.
950 in 2025. So that
Wow.
1,600 square foot house and then like
How
oh,
many bedroom?
oh,
Four,
and
three, two, five. Mm. Oh, that's crazy.
that's a huge house.
Does he have like a pool?
No pool, but I don't need this. Do you need a pool?
Mm,
Yeah, so three stories and like a grill patio, not even just a regular one.
mm.
Yeah, on the same square foot, on the lot that we're on is the larger square foot lot.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
And they're saying that this house, yeah, it's a crazy value. Um, so we might be saying that this house that is here, let's see. I mean, I'm crazy. I might say to tear this house down. Or like find a way to build on top of this house and then still add an additional unit.
Mm.
That is a lot of land now.
Yeah,
You-
that's what they're saying that it is.
Yeah, that's a lot.
All right, so this is already probably additional unit worth, and then well, we got a couple of like a little bit to clear here, and you could definitely put an additional unit there. If not, one back up in here too.
Doesn't matter with the subdivision because I
On
don't know
these
for
and in Washington, most places, yes. Most places, yes. Um,
because Charlotte is a bit it's a bit different, yeah. Uh,
see possible that is additional units.
mm,
Additional units. That's all it is. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and call man Dan. See if we can get something out of this, man.
Okay.
Take that. Let's see. Oh, Dan's a broker, waterfront specialist. Back up. Make sure I'm not contact.
attendance.
It's Saturday, Dan. I know it. Let's see if we can do something. Saturday's the 50th. Hi, this is Dan. Dan, good day, brother. How are you? Good. I said, good day, brother. How are you? Good. How are you doing? Good, good, man. Happy Saturday. I got an echo. Say what? What's going on? Let me get rid of that real quick. One second. I got. Hear me a little better? Yeah. A good deal. Um, I got 4210 Crescent Avenue in front of me. Yeah. And I mean, and then land of Washington, the land of creativity. I'm looking at this. No, I'm looking at it online. I'm looking at it online. Okay. Yeah. Um, I see 599, before you even get to talking numbers, I'm hoping they got a little room to negotiate on this thing. Well, we just listed that about 9 days ago, and they were hoping to sell, this is the state, hoping to sell the adjacent vacant lot and the house together. We thought a builder would probably buy them both, but that did not happen. Everybody wants to buy the house, nobody wants the lot. Just accepted an offer on the land all by itself. They've got a 5-day feasibility, so the seller is going to, before they enter a contract on the house, they're going to see if that lot gets past feasibility. Then they'll look at offers on the house. But I don't think they're going to have to negotiate. There's like 5 people are telling me they want to make an offer. They're not going to get way over asking. I don't think either. Right. But there's a lot of interest in that house, but nobody wants to buy the house, seeming they can finance the lot as well, which makes sense. Yeah. I was looking for a cash buyer for the whole project, but they have not emerged. So if you want to check in on Tuesday, I think I'll know on Tuesday whether these lot people are moving forward on the lot, and then the state doesn't want to get stuck with just the lot. That's harder to sell, obviously. Yeah, so that's kind of where we are. Okay. What if I asked you to engage in fisticuffs for me over 599, and we are talking about a cash number on buying both. Um, how much room you think we can whittle, man? I know you said it. Stuff going to be up to the seller, and it will depend on what they're, if they're lucky and there's competition for that home, then there won't be much wiggle room. But if you make an offer, then you're good to go the offer. Then I think it's really a buyer's
buyers kind of have the upper hand, but not if there's two or three folks vying for it.
Right. And as of right now, the estate would rather sell both than to sell one or the other. Well, I guess if you gotta sell the lot, then you're kind of clear
Yeah,
on.
they contract for the lot. So for the moment, the lot's tied up. They'll do their feasibility. If they can't do what they want to do, they'll bail. If they can do what they want to do, they'll wait feasibility. Then the seller will be very open to looking at offers. We did get one offer on just the house, like on day two, and
Right.
they rejected it respectfully because they wanted to at least see if somebody would come by and buy them both. So anyway, that's kind of where we are.
Okay.
Ping me on Tuesday. I can give you a better update.
Yeah. Let's go from there. Because if they fall through for whatever reason, I'm here for both. I'm definitely here for both.
That'd be awesome. Well, if they fall through, you'll be my first call. Or make sure you call me. This is my cell number as well.
Yeah. Perfect. One or the other, brother. But we'll talk on Tuesday.
Sounds good, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye. I didn't even tell my name, and it doesn't fucking matter.
Facts.
Just mowed through that call, a broker on top of that on a Saturday. There's, I'm gonna say, as the big wig guys are, they, a lot of times they don't even have a reason to pick up the phone. And it's Saturday, they're a broker, they're good, right? They make their money one way or another.
Yeah.
Solid call. Solid call. Right.
Yeah.
Not much info in this one to really gather because it is a creative scenario. We got both of these that are for sale. Right, and I'm sure the
Yeah,
guys behind the lot is just trying to find out if they can clear the lot, actually make something out of this.
yeah, and it sounded like they had their mind made up a little bit too, like get the house and the land. Like we're not gonna do like separate.
One more time.
Nah, it sounded like they had their mind made up like on a meeting, like he was saying, like the house and the land like sold together instead of separate.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it makes sense to do that. It doesn't.
yeah. Because he said they backed out on the first one because they just wanted the house, and he was like, they backed out because they want to do the land and the house. So that, yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, so it's
So
just go ahead.
so essentially they're selling the house and the land same
Yeah.
time, right? Okay.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fire damage investment sold as is. Well, we're getting on the phone right now. Call a bank.
Okay, so you look at a listing agency, then you go online, search for their details, and you call them. Okay.
Second, I gotta turn y'all down so the echo's not bad. It doesn't answer all better.
Hi, this is Glover with Coldwell Banker Danforth.
I'm trying to hear your voice.
Hi, this is Glover with Danforth. Not available to take your call. You can leave me a message or for a faster response, send me a text. Cheers.
Hi, Glover. My name's Malachi. I'm calling you on 7304 35th Lane in Marysville. If you can give me a call back at 832-461-7609. Really appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Call twice, leave a voicemail, text afterwards. Normal stuff. Normal stuff. Same thing each time. But you asked a question before, I think. Yeah. Yeah, and this market has been probably one of the most frustrating markets, just because the flips in this area have not. I'm just giving this a quick look because we have not been able to secure a deal. And oh, it's got a little bit of time left.
So, do you have specific zip codes that you buy from?
I'm not a zip code guy.
Okay.
I'm not a zip code guy. I am a. Where is the property? Like there's certain zip codes that I know. That I'm like, hey, I will, I'll work with this. But for the most part, I'm not like, oh, this is good. This I'm not a buy boxy kind of person even. Like the more I've tried to put that together and think about putting that together, like I assess every property from scratch as if I've never seen a property before, and that allows me to give everything an even look, opposed to just saying, oh, we can't or can't do that. I'm gonna assign this lead, and I may have already. That's just. Is it one side? Yeah, that's weird. Talking about 190. Wait a minute, they said no HOA, no monthly dues. Yeah, we're getting off phone. Hector, this property. It's a ridiculous one for Colorado Springs. That's why I didn't have a number on it. It's not like a unit. It's real down. 90, 258. Estimated value today. The neighbor's values. Okay. Sell date. Hereabouts. Okay. It's all the same street and single family. It's saying this is a single family residence of property. 59,000 is crazy. Yeah, and this is just me assessing this before I even jump on the phone. Just that I'm definitely going to give them a pretty low offer.
If you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Malachi calling on a townhome in Colorado Springs.
Thanks, Malachi. Please stay on the line. if you record your name and reason for calling. I'll see if this person is available.
Malachi calling on 1469 Knuckles.
Thanks.
I don't know what that's about, but I have patience for it. Cimarron Hills, there's 210. Simmons, another townhome. So, today's on potential Cimarron Hills. I really like. There's a nice area, Cimarron Hills, but for towns, 39,000. How much new going on here? What's the last area we're gonna look at before? If Portland Blue. Welcome to disclosure state right now. When you see me look at these homes, I'm looking for margin. I'm looking for a reason to renovate, the reason to spend money in order to renovate. I'm looking for at least 30, 40,000 worth of room to do something.
Are these pictures like most recent pictures?
To do one of these, sir, the volume was down. If you had a question, sorry.
Yeah, I was just asking if these pictures are like recent pictures for the listings.
90% of the time, they're pretty recent.
Oh, okay.
625. This is busted. Two tax lots. Tax lots. Two street frontages.
We got houses in there that's like $1 million. That's crazy.
You saw?
No, it's a house in there that's like $1 million. I looked at it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
City. Or Cindy's a broker.
Hi, this is Cindy.
Cindy, good day. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Happy Saturday. So, Cindy, I've got 1469. Whoa, wrong one. Sorry. You got a way bigger property than that. 9424 North Pope Ave.
Uh-huh.
And you guys, I mean, one, I see that you guys got two lots on this thing, so I'm assuming that the 625 is for everything. Right?
Right.
Good deal, good deal. Do you guys have room under 625 right now? Is my first question. I said, is there room? Like, if am I being disrespectful? Like, coming in under asking right now.
Room.
Okay, okay.
This was reasonable, yeah.
If my number starts with a 5 but doesn't start with a 2 afterwards, are we? I just want to know, are they going to accept, or like, do you feel like there's room under 600,000? Like, should I be trying to stay above that?
I mean, you can always submit an offer and I will definitely lose that.
Yeah, that story I've heard enough times, but let's see. Right now, do you guys have any offers that have been accepted or turned down?
I can't, for some reason, I'm having a very hard time hearing you.
Sorry, that may be me. Do you guys have any offers that you have like rejected as of recent?
We did get one that we did not put together, yeah.
Okay.
We let it expire.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said, I mean, you guys, you're happy to present anything, that's your job, but I don't want to be. Do you guys have a like a renovation kind of estimate? Have you had anything like that happen or?
For the land value,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you like I've seen your expertise in this, so I'm coming from doing deals in Snohomish, not Portland. This is brand new to me. So I'm also trying to establish the numbers myself, but from the people that have looked at this, like is like I don't see this as a tear down, but like is
Yeah, so the reason why we're selling it together is because part of the shop in the back sits on the other lot.
Okay.
Otherwise, we probably would have tried to sell it separately, the house as a fixer and then the lot. But I mean, it needs a lot of work. But there's, it can definitely be, it's not necessarily a tear down. It just needs a lot of work.
right, right. And then the shop, it's definitely not a house.
What was that?
I said it's definitely not a house like the shop, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
Yeah, it is a 2 level. I mean, at one point in time, her son did kind of live upstairs in that shop. So, it's a finish. I mean, the upstairs is, pretty like kind of a finish area.
right, like that part of the style at least.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it'd be like a shop conversion more than anything if we decide to keep it. Okay, okay. And then let me see if I have anything else I need to ask. Sure. If you had to like plug an ARV on this thing, I know it's like a wild question just because like you could go in any direction with this, but I mean, I see some crazy values also in the neighborhood, right? So like,
Yeah.
is if we do tear down and try to build, something that kind of fits.
With if you were going in with asking price, that would probably make more sense.
Right,
Is to tear down and build, some detached healthcare home
right, right.
at, probably 2 bedrooms, maybe like 375 to 399, depending. I mean,
Right. If I ask for like a longer due diligence period, just because, to see if what I can actually build there, would the seller be open to that, or are they rushed to get this thing done?
how long are you thinking?
I mean, like no longer than 10, maybe 15 days, just because it's going to take a while. Okay.
Yeah, good businesses.
Okay. I may put forward, well, let's see if I can, could I start verbal with my offer? Is that okay? If we can see if I'm even in ballpark before we do it?
Seller's kind of like an elderly lady, so I would literally have to, she'll come into my office, she just try. So it's kind of one of those things.
Yeah. I could get you a real offer over, that's okay.
Yeah.
I just don't want to, like, every time, right? So I guess I want to.
Something in writing?
Yeah.
Are you an agent?
No. I'm unrepresented. I try to save money that way.
Yeah.
So I can get you a real offer over. Do you need a contract though? Can we
Just email me with like the your terms and stuff are,
Okay.
and if it's something that would work, I can always put it in our forms or whatever that's needed.
that works.
But do allow a couple of days, just because again, we have to.
Right. She's got to meet office and everything.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I got you. Thank you so much. I'll try to could you do me one favor? Could you just text me your email so that I can get you that offer over?
Do that.
Awesome. Sandy, thank you so much. Speak soon here. Bye for now. All right. I know when people don't want to give too much information on the call, and she also probably can because it's the older lady. So how much information is she really going to give? Um, but I got all the information I wanted to. All the other stuff I'm gonna have to actually figure out on my own because it's not a simple property. Um, so first things first, I'm gonna go and assess based on what we have over here. Yeah, some properties in this area that are kind of ridiculous in pricing. So, and I had, as you can see, I had her email address. The reason that I got her to text me her email is it's an action step. It's like a do something, right? It has nothing to do with whether or not I have access to her email. It is like it's a mental thing more than anything. If I can get them to text me their email, we have a point of communication. They've now like we started to work. No
Yeah.
email, no text message, no nothing. You can consider that no connection.
Yeah. Do you use your actual phone number and call during the call or use like
Yep.
Google Call?
Yep. I use my phone number for all of my deals because if anything
Okay.
else, use my number, but where like I may have a personal line in my line, but in this, I use my number for everything because I mean, agents
Yeah.
don't remember your number, and also like you build kind of like I believe Apple, and specifically, out of everything, keeps a little bit of like an internal social score because you
Mhm.
will call and their name card automatically pops up, right?
Okay.
And so you can adjust to be like, hey, when I call people, like I've had realtors call me and like all of their shit popped up, right?
Mm.
So without there being the score kept, they are keeping their data. So I like to call from whether it's my phone number or not. I'm making sure that I call from a number that I can be bring back on. Not the Google Voices or anything like that. Like, I think that makes you seem like, even if you are, that makes you seem like more of a wholesaler than somebody that's in the business. And one of the other things about wholesaling is people feel like wholesalers are temporary, right? So that's what it really gives off in the business. Like if people had to give like why they really don't like or get upset or yada yada about wholesalers, a lot of it has to do with the fact that they don't feel like they're permanent in the business. There are agents that are wholesalers too. Nobody frowns upon agents that wholesale, but
Okay.
you have fiduciary responsibility and you apparently know the laws and all of these things. And you seem like you're going to be here, opposed to somebody who's wholesaling. So they're like, see them as somebody who's looking to get the quick buck and get out. Some of them are. Some people come here and do a deal and you never see them again. Right?
Mm.
And that's just it. Other people, you know, are looking to build a book of business and yada yada. This one may be completely out of price. But I'm looking at all this pricing, and none of these are two properties. This is the only property that could have two houses. So I think I'm just looking at a very ridiculously creative scenario where I have, if I just split this right here at this tree line and say I've got two homes, and like I could have four, I could have four units in this thing because it's a shop. Like I got the apartment, and then I have the house. So
Yeah.
and a deal like this where it gets so creative, like it's not like I can't really plug a traditional ARV. Like I'm gonna have to have somebody walk it to really, really get this done. Will
Yeah.
exactly what you're saying, like how am I gonna do this? Um, I'm gonna look up what county the zip code is in. Done. All right. Done. Right. I'm gonna call all these guys. American Made Construction. All right. And say, look, man, I got this property I'm looking to buy. Can't walk it. Go up to the border. It'll take me all 3, 4 months to get out there. But I'm ready to buy right now. Given all the numbers lined up, you could well be the person to work on this property because I'm not a GC. If you can get out there, give me a quote, be quick about it, give me some realistic numbers, even, possibly a plan for the project. I can give you the plan. Here's what I'm looking to accomplish. I need the numbers. Come back to me with numbers. I go back to my lender with numbers. I come back to you, and you be working on the project, paid in full. Right? That's my whole conversation with every contractor that I ask to go and walk the property because I'm not just going to get one. I'm going to get as many opinions as I possibly can. And given it looks vacant, I can probably have all of those walkthroughs done in one day. Right. Because I could get on the phone with some of these guys and say, hey, can you walk on Monday? Some of these guys are going to work on the weekends. Some of these guys are, just as you see in Charlotte, some of these guys are one guy with a crew. Right. So he may ask me, can I walk it today? Great. You never know. But even to give y'all an example, I don't want you to feel like show you things and don't show you how to do it. So we're gonna call these until we get an answer. Somebody to see what the reaction we get. Somebody walk
They are
around.
open 24 hours, so
Yep. There's several on here that say 24 hours.
This call is recorded for quality and training purposes. Please stay on the line.
Oh, I'm gonna call you up. You say they close in a few minutes. It's the homelessness in Washington, by the way. Right. Even a tip on that, I gave for the fact that I've never done a deal in Portland. And sometimes I do that in places that I have done a deal before,
Please leave your message.
just so the realtor lets their guard down, because I don't necessarily need them to be like, oh, you did it. Who cares about what I've done? Because at the end of the day, I just need information. So a lot of times I'll just let them know, like, hey, I kind of need help in these areas.
Hi. I'm a call assistant recording this call for the person you're trying to reach. Please say who you are and why you're calling.
Malachi calling because I have a project that I'm buying in Portland.
I'd appreciate it if you could give me your name.
Malachi.
Thank you. Please hold while I connect you.
It's the ring plus whatever that thing is.
The person you're calling is busy now. I'll let them know you called.
I guess it's a little late, but it's not too late. Demo company.
Your call has been forwarded to voice. This call is being recorded for call quality assurance and training purposes. Please hold while I try to connect you.
If this is your deal,
What are your plans on
that's exactly what you're gonna be doing. Getting the goddamn contractor on the phone so they can go walk the property.
commercial job?
They won't be calling at the end of the day.
Your call has been forwarded to the voicemail for Emily Lowe. No one is
We're going through a few of these. I'm trying to see something. And some of these are just saying it's Saturday, so they're not marking the property until Beaverton.
sorry you missed your call. Please leave us a message or text us number.
I received some text messages, but I'm trying to get a goddamn call. Give it three more. See if we get somebody. Those ones.
This is a failure with the dynamical scratch and error sheet. I can actually correct it.
No.
Thank you for calling Olson and Jones Construction. You have reached us after normal business hours. Please leave your message for
Damn. Oh, for 30. All right. All right. All right. So I think I'm gonna call it from there. It was all good. I want to call it contractors in general. All right. Also, call it in general. Do you guys have any questions from here?
No, it's like just rinse, wash, and repeat.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that.
I think I'm good, yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. We'll do some more of these, of course, just handling some more calls and some more of these training pieces. The numbers are important, as you can see. All right, running through these
Mhm.
numbers on each one, like the entire. If I had to simplify what's helpful in this entire thing, is just numbers and relationships. Truly, right? That that relationship with Dan had a decent conversation with me.
Mm.
Follow up for Tuesday. Cindy, same thing. Both of them good, just good conversations. Not any deeper than that. All right. The number that I get will be based on how well these conversations go. Truly.
Yeah.
Because me getting 400,000 on that house that was listed for 460, like the
So
messages.
do you run the numbers before doing the call, like before calling them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need to do that because 90% of let's say that it is my number, right? We're gonna get off the
Yeah.
phone and still have to, run the numbers the same way. Either way, it's not really gonna make a difference, even if they say, okay, yeah, I'm doing 400,000, right? I'm still gonna go run numbers to make sure that that number is even okay. So I
Okay.
would then give me the lowest number possible over the phone, and then I'll go run the numbers. I'll come back and then,
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
right. So yeah, I get all the info that I possibly can in that first call, and then I come back to the drawing table. Just in the way like your lead comes in, you follow up with that lead, you do your thing, you do everything there, you do your investigation. Then you throw that deal into research and underwriting channel, and then we go through the numbers on that deal.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense? It becomes an active lead. You put your offer out. We see if it makes sense.
Okay.
Right? Offer either gets accepted or it doesn't, and we continue to negotiate from there.
Yeah.
Right? If I really had to tell you guys, like, if you really want to get a deal done, the number that you should be like numbers that you should be living by. If you get 7 real offers out per day, I mean, like I have 2 properties that I called on today. I can't put an offer out on the one that doesn't can't do anything until Tuesday, but I can put an offer on Cindy's property right now. Right? It probably won't get looked at until Tuesday, but here we are. Right? That's just 2, and it took me a good amount of time to do those 2 in a quicker workflow where I'm like, I am still talking with y'all and doing these things. In a different workflow, I just power through getting 7 offers out. It takes me not that much time to get 7 real offers if they're good deals, right?
Yeah.
If you do that on a daily basis,
Mhm.
Monday through Friday, you would have sent out 35 offers.
Hmm.
In 4 weeks, you sent out over 100 offers.
Mm.
You need to send out over 100 offers in the month just to get 4 or 5 of them accepted. I promise. I promise. So if you want to scale, you want to make fucking 25, 50, 60, you want to have those kind of months, that's that 7 offers a day is just decent.
Yeah.
And 10, 12, 15 real offers a day to really get to that point. I'm building this thing, so it's tough to show y'all, yo, this is what this looks like. But that's why I do these call sprints. I think because I just locked up that other 50,000 in capital for us to be able to use, I'm gonna show that. Right? I'm gonna show y'all, yo, look, if you put out this volume, you will get this back.
Yeah.
So, because at the end of the day, this 50,000, I'm gonna say who can use it first, right? I'm gonna religiously go and see how many deals I can sign right now that make sense. This one that's sitting at 400,000 right now is a prime example. I'm gonna close this,
Mm.
right? They want a little bit of EMD. I'm like, cool. Right now we got a decent amount, a little chunk of change that is gonna take care of EMD on transactions. So like, no, I'm gonna do some signing. Y'all gonna I'm gonna open my Zoom call up on Monday pretty much most of the day because I'm gonna be right in here from about 8 Eastern to like 9. All right, going through it because again, at this point, it's just a race. There's money, there's deals to be signed, there's buyers that are out there in the world right now buying deals on a daily basis.
Mm.
So and that the decent like every deal that we did look at today was worth money, right? The Bonnie Breyer deal, there was goddamn nearly $200,000 spread in that deal, possibly. The deal that was in Portland that we just looked at, that's 2 houses on one lot that they valued at 600,000. And all the houses in the neighborhood seem to have sold for 400 to 500,000. You tell me I got 2 of them on one lot? I'll be all right. All right. So look, guys, just with everything, man, like piece by piece, the scaling is doing the same thing. Like every successful business that I ever coached from 0 to 1 million is not doing the simple things.
Yeah.
Is it from 0 to 100,000 in this case? It's never not doing the simple things every fucking day. It is like you getting in the gym, doing your lift, doing your stretch, putting your shots up, going home every day,
Yeah.
right? That and in the wildest way, that is like in this consistency equals greatness. Greatness is knowledge. Right? Consistency will lead to you being all right,
Yeah.
truly. Because that the realtors that I have called, the people that I've built relationships with, shit, I got a realtor that I've had a relationship with that we never did a deal with. He's no longer an agent. He owns a business and he's going to park capital with us as a firm.
Nice.
All
Wow.
off of relationship development, brother. Nothing else. Right. So snowball effect. Snowball effect. Just keep calling. Just keep calling. You won't run out of leads because I will continue to give them to you. There will never be a lack of MLS listings. Nothing like that will exist. So stay to just being consistent. And if you had to take one number that even makes a difference in your life, it's how many offers am I putting out per day?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Start at 5, then get to 7. Start at 7 and then get to 10. But start somewhere and get some offers out. You
Yeah.
won't, if you follow that process inside the Slack, it's all there for you. It's not like you actually have to write an offer. You just got to get all the information together. And then your lovely, friendly TCs will help you with putting your actual offer up. And I'll help you with anything that has to do with writing or underwriting or anything like that. So I'm here for. So, for all means, guys, today, good day. Good day going through all of this. Do you guys have any questions before we roll out?
For my
Um,
for my Slack, I gotta learn how to like get into that. But other than that, that's the only question I got.
Do you mean like, are you not logged in or what's the deal?
I think I'm like not logged in, but I could show you that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm logged in, but like when I go to log in, it says log in, so I'm not logged.
You gotta, you gotta make sure that you on, I will send you another invite link right now. Let's do that. Right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Go through and jump in there.
I think you have to confirm in your email when you log in.
Mhm.
yeah.
You have to confirm, yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because I got the app on my phone.
Yeah, okay, okay.
I need to get it up on my phone too, yeah. So, confirm.
Thought you this way you sign up, but I could. Must do some.
Trying to see if I can make the screen smaller or something. So I can see what I'm doing.